Pounders, welcome back to episode 2 of The Big Board. I'm a few drafts in, and ADPs are changing rapidly by the second, but we're in a good spot. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with where some of these risers and where some of these fallers, which direction they are going. And every draft, you seem to just get a little more knowledge, a little more. And we're not pumping out too many each day. Again, it's early. It's very early. It's January, boys. So no need to really go ahead and pump 20, 30 right now. Is there an ADP advantage? Sure. But there's multiple people in these rooms. Look at this one. How many? We got 10 red badges in a row. All 12 people have red badges here. So a lot of people are grabbing ADP values. So I don't really feel pressured to rip 25% of my big boards on the first week. Knowledge is power too. And we've seen this a lot with BBM and really not stressing and pushing a ton of BBMs early. A lot of people have come around and say, hey, I want to actually draft like 30, 40, 50 of them in August. And that's sort of where I'm at right now. Jared, appreciate you showing up nice and early to work today. ER7 in the house. What's up, baby? Are you maxing the big board? Yeah, we'll be maxing the big board again. We had one finals team last year, 0.24 away from a second team. And it's not too punishing. 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10 isn't too bad. Man, I don't mind Gibbs here at 3. I might come around to Bijan in the 3 spot instead. But let's go Gibbs here. We'll get our first share of Gibbs. Also, don't have the overlay on right now. Josh is putting through an update. You guys may have seen it. The rookies, since they don't have a team, when you have your exposures linked up, it's like a 0% repeating. That bug is being fixed right now as we speak. McCaffrey in the house. What's up, baby? Good to see you, dude. Definitely Max in the war room. Yeah, that is a contest that I actually want to keep an eye on just because it's a smaller field. So like this can, it won't snap fill because it's a 4 entry max, but definitely fill a lot faster than the others. And that's a nice contest. Still 20K up top, 4,500 entrants, and the advance rates are much less punishing, and it's a very small final. So that's a really nice contest, especially for some of the newer players. All right. I believe our beer crack got ranked an 8.6 yesterday by Anthony. We're gonna go for a 9. There's no guarantee though, and I'm on baby leave, so like you're not allowed to judge me. It's a Tuesday, but every day is the same when you're on baby leave. Here we go. All right. That I don't think it was good as yesterday. I really don't. Logan in the house. What's up, dude? GTO. What it do? We gotta figure that out. We gotta figure out what it does. All right, let's pull up the board here. JJ went at 4, Puka at 5, Bijan fell to 6, CD at 7, Neighbors at 8. The back end doesn't seem too bad, but after Amon-Ra for receivers, after Amon-Ra comes off, you don't feel amazing. I'll definitely put it that way. Don't feel amazing. Lad McConkey in the second round is okay. Drake London in the second round. Now, you're probably going to get this shoved down your throats, so I may as well say it first. I think you're going to get like the Michael Penix stats of the the small window we have with Drake London. It's a decent sign, but there's not a lot to go off of. So we're not going there. But Drake London 18's fine. There's definitely worse picks like Chase Brown. Love a Monra at 10, yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that, Monra at 10. What's his ADP? ADP is 11, so very similar to last year. He's in the what, like 7? What do you think of Ingram, Gabe Davis prices with Liam Cohen in town and Kirk possibly out of town? Yeah. I'm most likely gonna be back in on Ingram just due to price, like 150. Surgery on the shoulder, but still you're getting a pretty nice discount. We're gonna have to monitor this, obviously, in the recovery process, so maybe not going all in on him just yet. And I'm gonna like these QBs in the 3rd round again. JT here seems like a little smasheroo. We're going JT. T. Higgs, does he end up back in Cincy? BTJ over Monroe St. Brown. And I think here you can make the argument that he played much better with Mac Jones than he did T-Law. But with Kirk out of town, I don't know, I could just see problems again for the Jags next year, but it's not a terrible thing for a pass catcher. BTJ over Monroe St. Brown, spicy though. It's spicy. We did see Detroit lean very heavy on the run, so it's not crazy. It's not crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Just run of running backs here. T. Higgins goes. Are we gonna bury ourselves? Otherwise, we're probably going to bury ourselves. And reason being, just the way ADPs line up, I think we're going to be able to double tap wide receiver on the way back around. So I'm pretty comfortable bringing in top 3 QB for next year in this spot. Lamar also had good advance rates, even though his price was high. Pretty comfy here. Doc in the house. What's up, baby? Let me check. I don't think anyone. Let me see. Yes, the CJ Stroud card is still up for grabs. Rookie card. Nice little rookie card. Again, I probably um the biggest edge in best ball. It's a sick card. My house. Rookie. You. JSN T Hill. What's Hill's 80? I know it's late. 40. Okay, so it's a little reach up for Hill. Don't mind that. Free agent, probably not. Hill a free agent or he just wants out of town. Let me double check. Got the free agent list right here. Wide receivers. I believe he might just want out of town. See though, if it happens. T. Higgs gonna be the big money dog. We'll see if he ends up back in Cincy. Wants out, yeah. How many Gibbs Yankee teams have you seen? Let me check my first draft because I got asked in real late in my first one. Not too many, but I haven't drafted that much. Like I'm not going ham right now on it. I wanna say to start day 1, Gibbs was ADP like 6 or 7. He went a little later. His ADP's climbing, I think rightfully so. Rather have JMO at 48. Okay, okay. I feel like running back dead zone is super early at the moment. I went 3 wide receivers, Bauer start earlier, and there was, like, nothing left at running back. Yeah, I've noticed that too, and this is like so we're coming up on this wide receiver zone where I'm gonna eventually have my rankings. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say by mid-Feb, the latest, my CSV rankings will be out, which I update sometimes daily if enough news comes. But, this zone, I think there's some landmines here, and I think there's some good ADP values. So, could be it's exactly what we need. We need to hit on 2 wide receivers in this zone for this team to sky. Little K-Walk. Walker goes in what, the not 70s? Let's see who goes around here. I like him over Pacheco. Yeah, it's Demont seems nice here. Alvin Kamara seems nice here. Not a huge fan of Chuba at 40, just seems like pretty risky. Connor? Like, Trey Benson, if you guys didn't get enough proof that Benson's not eating into Connor's workload from last year, I don't know what to tell you. I like Aaron Jones at 86, 87. Good chance they draft an RB, but I think Minnesota ends up re-signing Aaron Jones. He's not gonna get the same he's not gonna get the same money, so he would have to take a pay cut to stay. Also like Charbonnet again at 100, B-Rob here at 111, Swift at 118. Alright, 2 wide receivers. Zay Flowers, thank you very much. Mainly going here for the stack. Didn't like Zay at his ADP last year. I think it's palatable here, but I think the main reason he's in this spot is probably it's gonna be tied to our ADP. Adam House, Wise Key in the 120s. Free agent, also ended the season with an injury. Yeah, like this I don't mind this spot at all. How do we wanna rank it? Addison, Tet going to mm, we'll go Addison here. We'll go Addison. We'll see who comes back to us. Probably double tapping receiver again, if I had to guess, at 70. Let's see. Wouldn't mind Amika here or Luther. Probably both of these rookies over Shakir. We'll see if this room hates Godwin due to the injury. He could easily fall to us. Shaheed, 3 months, repair of the meniscus. I don't I don't love that. He'll likely be fine and ready to start, but us in February, I think Myers is just such an easier click over Shaheed right now. It probably over Reed and maybe over Ayuk. I think Myers is gonna rise. Tennessee, bright spot is they're probably going QB. Tajay feels nice. Yeah, the Tajay ADP is fine. Pretty similar to last year. 111. It's pretty similar to last year. Oh shit. There's a news drop. Keenan Allen said if he doesn't get signed by Chicago or LA, he's retiring. But if he signs like 4 rounds underpriced, yeah. I don't see why Chicago wouldn't bring him back. Maybe he didn't end the season on injury. Who am I thinking of? Pull this up. Chicago. Chicago 2025, 2024. Keenan Allen, no, he's fine. Play 87% of snaps week 18. We'll see though. Here's the free agent list for receivers: Diggs, T. Higgs, Allen, Amari Cooper, Godwin, Brandon Cooks, David Johnson, Hopkins, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, who goes super late. ADP's flying up though. Mac Hollins probably likes it in Buffalo. I would assume they're pretty desperate for receiver help. So Tim Patrick probably earned himself a little pay bump. Gets gross. Little Jordan Humphrey. Just maybe Mims will get on the field now. Shit. I wish it was, but little Jordan Humphrey was taking uh 20, 30, 40% of the snaps. Earlier in the season, he was up to like 70% in some games. I need to know where everyone else is at on Debo. This is the Debo. Are we falling on the sword on Debo this year again? But at 65, so good to be back, Adam. Shout out to Adam, the first one paying up for the board bets. If you guys don't like one of my takes, I will 100% lock in a board bet with you on the Discord. Just at me, and we'll put it on the board. You can bet a beer. You can bet whatever you want. But the boys 7-0, 2 years running. You check it out here in this channel. Link to the Discord in the chat, also in the description of the video. I'm probably doing something like this. I'm probably doing something like this. Ridley, I don't think is terrible for this price. I'd much rather. It's gonna sound weird, but I feel like I'd rather. I don't think by maybe not by a lot, but Green Bay, the receivers just had a weird year. Ayuk undergoes knee surgery. I want to sort of just stay away from these guys just for a little bit until we get some more news about how they're progressing. And I'm going to do a large portion of my draft towards the end of the season as well, or if it fills fast towards the end of the fill rate. McMillan's climbing. Downs. This isn't a. I don't know if I love it. The price goes before Millers is interesting. I don't hate it if you have Godwin signed somewhere else. Put up a few spike weeks this year. McMillions, one of our dudes from the big board, one of our highest known players from the big board last year. Chat in the house. What's up, dude? PPG point out last night that Ben Johnson already had DeAndre Swift and sent him out the door. Take off the hat. All ball, man. Baseball, football, all sorts of balls. Ray Davis. Where's he going? Ray Day goes at 173. Similar to last year, but again, you sorta saw Ty Johnson come on a little bit too, mixing in that RB2 role. 49ers bounce back year. I mean, hopefully hopefully they don't repeat last year. Juwan Jennings is a tough sell for me. I don't know if I'm gonna have any Juwan Jennings at ADP 83. Like, I'd probably rather just go Mark Andrews, grab a tight end here, grab Aaron Jones, grab TP. Is Johnson unguardable senior bowl practices. I think I saw those highlights. He's getting really good separation. Aaron Jones goes off the board at 83. Is anyone doing anything crazy? No one has 2 QBs yet. Chief went McBride and Bowers. I don't absolutely hate the team. First RB is a rookie. Nico, Waddle, and Chris Olave. I actually like Waddle and Olave at these prices. Dude, the classic for the bit. Devontae Adams at his price is definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. It's just what's gonna happen in New York. I don't think anyone can sort of predict that. Just Josh Downs off the board at 89. Keenan Allen goes at 86. Talk him into existence. Who did that? I mean, Devontae Adams is supposed to be on the Jets through 2026. Potential out 2025, 3 year, 62 milli, 8.3 in dead cap. You know, Garrett Wilson doesn't want Rodgers to be there. That's for sure. I like Bo Nix in this spot. I think I said that yesterday. We already have Lamar, so it's not like we need to go crazy there. Is Tony Pollard a free agent? I don't think he is, right? Tony Baloney? We'll bring in our third RB here. Will the Patriots fix their O-line? Will the Patriots can they fix their O-line? Do we wanna grab another receiver before we hit this group? We're probably going Rashad Bateman at this ADP. On the next go around. Also wouldn't mind taking a shot on Golden here. You have Jonnu. Jonnu had a freaking season. Jonnu had a season, man. Let's dip our toes into Johnny Smith at 99. One of our board bets from last year. Shout out to Adam. Adam paid up though, real man. Jonnu, I had Jonnu over 50%. receptions. Back at 6'10". Really like the landing spot for Jonnu. That trade actually happened way earlier. It just took me that long to not the trade, but the bet. It took me long to put it in Discord. Stupid Jonnu. And then I end up convincing Adam to draft a shit ton of Jonnu, so he made his money back. He made his money back. He ended up as your highest drafted tight end after that. I think you ended up with more Jonnu than me. And I had like 16%. I know I'm spamming with questions, but have you heard a lot of people ditching on AR5 this year? I am drafting Anthony Richardson at 150. It's it's very easy to give him shit off the field for being tired, being bad for most of the year, but it's gonna be tough for the Colts to look another direction at QB when you have an athletic freak still. Like, at it's it's up to the team to develop him. Tez Johnson waited at 156. Yeah, no wonder why. Damn. I think they have him on the site at 165 too. That's with quarters in the stocks though. Tez Johnson, Oregon, 5'10", 165. Yeah, they have they have him at 165. So it's so fun. The trolls, man, the trolls. They're always the height's usually off, the weight's off. Until they actually weigh in, just expect that they're an inch or 2 shorter and they weigh 5 to 10 pounds less. Like, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm starting to get into the projections for what wide receivers are projected for first, second round, third round. I'm looking at past years, um, who hit in the second round, third round. It's different every year. Some years you have a lot of hits in the second round. Some years, no. I mean, 2023, even in the first round, you had JSN, you had QJ, you had Zay Flowers, you had Addison. What else do we have? Marv, Neighbors, Odunze, Brian Thomas, Worthy, Pearsall, Leggett. Definitely had some dimes in there. Worthy started to come on towards the end of the season too. He's looking good in the playoffs as well. Roman Wilson pulled third round. Roman Wilson pulled third round value last year. The third round last year, Corley, Jermaine Burton, Roman Wilson, Jalen McMillan, McCaffrey. We need a receiver here. Bond is a Spike Lee type guy. See where he lands. I don't. Is someone gonna snipe? Is someone gonna snipe me on Bateman here? Like, no, right? Or should I just go first? Let's just grab the correlation first. Let's grab the correlation, not mess around here. Isaiah Bond's gonna be one of those burners. One of those burners out of Texas. We'll see where he ends up, though. He'll be our second rookie if he falls to us. Everything I've read on Xavier is he's most likely going to end up playing slot in the NFL. I would love if we could see like 60% plus snaps for Mims next year. Kinda wanna go another receiver in the spot. Pretty comfy at RB, I would say. Najee's actually not a terrible pick at 130. Doesn't seem terrible. Don't know where he's gonna play. Him and Warren are both free agents. Yeah, let's play ball with Bond here. I think we're pretty flexible right now. Question is, does this end up it's definitely 8 wide receivers. The way I'm looking at this team right now, it's definitely 8 wide receivers at the minimum. Yeah, I mean, that'll just minimize risk. Or be a man and just draft 2 QBs and plan that he hits. Stupid Johnny, second behind Bowers. That's right. You had Bowers as your number 1 owned, which we all liked Bowers. Adam really liked Bowers. People thought Zion was 6'10". CMC, most interesting player right now. I actually don't disagree with this. It's just I have to make a decision. Do you think he's healthy? Just slap the mic. Do you think he's healthy or not? It's a tough sell. Can he just come back? And I don't think you're going to see, even if he does come back and he doesn't get re-injured, say, I don't think you're ever going to see the year of CMC outscoring every single quarterback except for Josh Allen. I think that's behind him. And with that, I'm drafting Ashton ahead of him right now. Probably drafting Derrick Henry ahead of him right now as well. I like CMC. I start to think about it in this range, but we'll see. That's one that can change. That's one that can change with news. And right now, where we don't have a lot of news, I'm just gonna wait on it. It's also 3 advanced. If it's 2 advanced and you miss out on CMC and he's someone that you really need, he has a 50% advance rate because he goes in the second round and smashes. It'll be a little more punishing than 2 out of 12s. Big board, 3 out of 12 advance. I think, um, bingo. Yeah, Fields super, super late. We'll see what Pittsburgh does. I am subscribed now to the Coach Speak Discord, so been reading up a lot on the Coach Speak, which has been nice and helpful, and he's dropped some of his tidbits on Twitter too. Dude grinds. Oh my god. Rather gamble on Jordan Mason. Price, man, Price. This guy's got a 2.43 bingo. Alright. I knew, like, Bowers and McBride was crazy, but, like, come on, man. What are we doing? Let's get back on track here. Let's get back on track. Let me pull this over here. You gotta think Cincy resigns Gesicki, right? Tanner Hudson, also a free agent. Their rookie got hurt last year. He might miss next year. I think it's a decent spot for Gesicki later in these rounds. Cedric Tillman here, Quentin Johnson here. I like both of these picks. Christian Kirk could be a good value here, but yeah, maybe we go Kirk. Do you get news that Kirk's like ahead of, on track? I think he ends up being a riser. Jerry goes early, right? Yeah, Jerry goes at 55. He started to come on though, man. I'm completely fine going 2 QBs as well. What do we got for tight ends? I'm in love with the Otton ADP right now. Like, you're getting the same price as last year, except you saw him actually be pretty productive, and he Tillman gone. They just want me to draft QJ. This might be 3 drafts in a row I grab QJ, and we're good with it, bro. Hot man might be cooked. Here we go. We're catching back up at receiver here. Are we done at receiver? Zay Flowers, Addison, Urban Meyer. We have a pretty healthy mix of floor and ceiling. I mean, Quentin Johnston's the definition of floor or ceiling. I'm giving up on Pitts this year. Dude, remember Michael Penix's first interception? It was to Pitts in the end zone or like on the 1 or 2 yard line. It just hits him in the hands. It pops up. Should have been a catch. But Pitts going to KC. Here we go. Now we're getting spicy with it. Now we're getting spicy with it. How many years Pitts have on his? He's got like 2 years, right? Not going to KC, bro. The thing about Pitts, and my dude from Coach Speak Index said this, and it really stuck. Like, Pitts is not great at anything. Like, he's a tight end, but the size of like a big receiver. He's not a great tight end because he's not a phenomenal blocker. He's not a phenomenal pass catcher. He's not a phenomenal receiver. So it's like, what is Pitts? My Pitts take last year was leaning more on Kirk Cousins loving tight ends and targeting tight ends at like the second highest QB. And even Kirk wasn't throwing the ball to Quentin, take the under Johnston. Oh, shit. Not on drops. You take the over on drops. Please smash the like button if you care about fantasy football. Dude, David, new head of PR. You signed up, bro. You signed up. Whether you like it or not. You just won the job. Yeah, we're at 34 likes. Actually, you guys are doing a great job. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He's good at drops. He had a couple spike weeks. Come on, there was some bright spots for QJ this year. Tyler Higbee, best tight end click on the board right now. I would say it's Otton. I don't hate Schultz either if Diggs moves on. Just based on ADP, 173, like I don't hate that at all. Ertz. Kim Ward goes at 159. Let's pull this up. Sorry, I have to stare at the player pool because I just don't have it memorized yet. So I'll get better at showing the board as time goes on. Where's Tet going? Where's Travis Hunter going? Are the Pats trading back? What's Jacksonville doing at 5? If they let Kirk go, could that be a receiver? Vegas has pick 6, Jets at 7. Right now, I believe the Vegas line is around 4 for receivers to go in the first round. It might be at 4.5. There goes Otten. I mean, this is definitely a 3 tight end team. I think we may have pickled ourselves a little bit with these running backs. All right. Now we have to deep dive. Now we have to deep dive. We're taking a shot on a rookie, boys. This might just be a blind pick. This could just be a blind pick. Out of Tennessee. Projected 40 time of 4.35. 5'11", 190. We're hoping Schultz is there. Again, I don't mind Gesicki in a 3 tight end build. Just based on what's going on there. Is it Eric All? Yeah, Eric All. In danger of missing the entire season. I don't know how many people know that just yet. You gotta think they re-sign Gesicki, right? And that's the thing with the big board. Like, did they just draft someone? Hunter Henry a down year with the Tutties. Let's go Schultz here. I'm not a huge Schultz fan, but at 171, I can be. If you guys haven't already, go down, slap the like on the live stream. Appreciate you guys showing up. Hit the sub if you guys are new. We're on the road to 3K. Would you agree that modern NFL rookie RBs are going too high? Bijan's generational talent, third-year smash. No, it's landing spot, dude. It's landing spot. The problem with running backs right now is there's so many 2, 3 RB backfields. Look at this guy. 4-4, 4-4-5-2. Sorry, I just saw a butterfly. This is tough. Yeah, there's so many running backs by committee that landing spot's wildly important for these guys. Look at Bucky. Like, Bucky got a good landing spot. I actually thought the landing spots for running backs last year sucked. Thought it absolutely sucked. Thought it was terrible. I put out a tweet, man, about just projections of where these running backs were going to go just for fun, like the night before. It was more like wish casting, right? Where these running backs were going to go. My God, I don't know how I find this tweet. Go to my profile, search. What are some names? Let's go with some names. Estimate, right. Okay. Day 3 wish list. Jalen Wright to Vegas. Ray Davis to the Chargers. Estimate to Buffalo. And Will Shipley to Dallas. Pretty sure I did a day 2 wish list too. Dude, Dallas just doing nothing at RB is so funny. Oh, shit. What a wild card. Can't wait to see what Dallas does this year. Poor Steph. Poor Steph. Interesting. We didn't get to see a whole lot of Keaton Mitchell this year. Didn't get to barely see any Marshawn Lloyd. Brooks got hurt before he can even hit double-digit carries. Herbert in Cincy. You just can't guarantee that he's even going to be the second string guy right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Cincy adds an RB in the draft. Are they comfortable with Kendre's RB2? That, like, right now, in these 19th, 20 rounds, you were just trying to project who's going to be the RB2. Oh, Steph's watching. Steph's lurking. Steph's lurking. You're just trying to project who's going to be the RB2. It's hard to imagine Nick Chubb's an RB3 in any backfield, I will say. We still need a second QB. JJ for us makes a ton of sense with Addison if this guy doesn't rip 5 QBs, which it's the big board. He probably will. He probably will. Dude, so tough, man. I know how you feel. Like, Pats have been drafting like shit for the last 5 years, man. Really good at picking out defensive talent. So much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. Even during some of those Brady years, like, sure, really, but like Tom would carry the team. Tom would carry the team. Throwing to a guy who declared for freaking the lacrosse draft. I wanted Braylon. Yeah, Braylon. Man, I projected Braylon for what team? I believe Dallas. I would have even liked to see Braylon on Dallas. Just give us JJ, man. If we don't get JJ, we do. Okay. This is going well. This is going well. Well enough, at least. Well enough, at least. What do we do with our last 3 picks? One's a tight end, and then do we go RB receiver or RB? I think it's got to be RB receiver for it to make sense. Chiggy Chig. Is Parkinson a free agent? No. People like Higbee, I sort of get it. Is there an RB we want here? I kind of just want to go Nick Chubb here. He looked dusted, right? But coming back from that injury, obviously not fully in game shape. Like, give him a full offseason to get back. I don't expect him to return to even 75% of what he was, but if he was 50, I'm fine with that. If he's fancy Gus Edwards at pick 195, I'm fine with fancy Gus Edwards, man. He's also good at the goal line. Like, he could sneak in for 2 tutties. That's why I say fancy Gus Edwards. He could sneak in a 2-tutty game. Doesn't have to be the prettiest thing. Wandale 197. I like that ADP for Wandale. I'm so excited. Like, NFL draft stuff just psychs me up. Just psychs me up. Look at this. Look at this shit. Tennessee at 1, Cleveland at 2, Giants at 3, New England at 4, Jacksonville. So much hope. So much hope. Does Buffalo try to find another receiver? Oh, good. Here's the mock Travis Hunter. Please don't. I don't know. I would think I would just rather them trade back. We need so much help at O-line. We also need receivers, but it's also a team that has a good amount of money too. It's just, where are you going to spend it? Ted to Carolina is interesting. Man. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Remember when the Raiders went Bowers? Dude, everyone thought Mayer was safe in the big board. I had my 8% Mayer. Wasn't super over, but the Raiders took calls for Bowers too. Funny landing spot. Dude, Bowers, I think he was supposed to end up a Charger. He would have went to the moon. He would have been drafted around. He would have been drafted probably in that Kittle range. Dude, Stephen A. Smith like getting into politics now and shit. It's tough. It's tough. I don't mind. I like him for content. I don't like the takes or whatever. I think he's a funny dude though. He's a funny dude. He got like small man syndrome. Logan loves Ted to Carolina. Yeah, that'd probably hurt Leggett at 120, you would think. Especially Adam, old man Thielen at 173. Evaluating playing the future. I get it. If you're on a team that like doesn't have Super Bowl hopes, it's like when you're in that point of your career, it starts becoming a question. Marshawn Lloyd, Dennis back in on Lloyd. Best tight end clicks on the board are the free agents, Juwan and Conklin, aka Kelsey's replacement. Yeah, I love that. I love that style of thinking, Paul, man. Your head's in the right spot. Gesicki, also a free agent, but I think Cincinnati scoops him back up. Again, same thing with Gesicki, though. I think Gesicki should be on that list. T. Higgins, if they let him slip, he wants big money. They can't afford it, or they go a different route. Gesicki, pass catching tight end, would get a nice boost. He would get a nice boost. I probably like Gesicki over Conklin. See if he falls to us. 3 tight ends, 2, 2, 3. Logan with Warren and Kraft. Also don't mind Sanders at this ADP. He started to come on towards the end with Bryce. Tyler Higbee, if Cooper Kupp moves on, is very interesting. Guys, it's last year's Laporta, man. What happened? Bobert in the house. What's up, dude? Troy Franklin off the board at 211. Sanders gone. Makes sense. Pairs him with Bryce. We're going Gesicki. We got our 3 tight ends. Nothing sexy here, but I don't think, even if we are a little weaker at tight end, this team with 3 tight ends makes everyone else's team a little weaker at the position. So sort of gives us a small advantage, at least if we're correct on one of those guys. If they outpay ADP, we're probably in a decent spot. Bowers, McBride, and Travis Kelce is going to weaken the room a little bit. And I think we go... I don't think you need RB here. So RB wide receiver. I don't think we need a third QB. How many points are we getting out of one of these 3? Right? Where's Kirk going to end up? Watch Kirk end up in like Vegas. That'd be an interesting spot. Kirk to Vegas. January 28th prediction here. Akers gone. This is an interesting spot. Let's go Ty Johnson in Buffalo. Kirk to Vegas and make Bowers 101. Oh, shit. Yeah, that would give Bowers. You would think it would give Bowers a big boost, but Bowers is already boosted, man. Bowers went at 16 here, and his ADP 17. I think it's tough to draft Kelsey here at 88. I think it's really tough. The threat that he retires, even then, if he doesn't retire, like, sure, down year in touchdowns, this could easily go back up to 8, but you worry about the floor getting lower and lower, the efficiency of the routes, playing less snaps, getting him ready for the playoffs. That was all the shit that we were weighing into our Kelsey fade last year when we had, I believe it ended up less than 1% Kelsey. This is after fading him in the first round. We faded him in what? Did he go in the 4th? Don't worry, we had plenty wrong to make up for it, but Kelsey was one of our good fades. Jordan Mason off. I don't mind Jordan Mason. Dude, just draft all the San Fran running backs. That's one strategy right there. That's one strategy. Shit. All right, we need a good value wide receiver here, boys. Elijah Moore, not terrible. There's worse picks. Trey Tucker would double us up. Roman? Nah, I can't. Not just yet. Not on stream, at least. Who do we got, boys? Come on. We got names. I don't really see what. It's not terrible. Let me see the snap count for Washington in that last playoff game. Just curious. They have to add a weapon. They have to add a wide receiver weapon. But you had De'Ami Brown playing 77% of snaps. You had Zacchaeus playing 72%. And you had Luke McCaffrey. Also had like next to none of Luke McCaffrey. Noah Brown got hurt, though. Is Noah Brown back to being a free agent? Let's check. Wide receivers, and let's go Washington. Let me see. All right, you have Jamison Crowder, you have Zacchaeus, you have Brown, and you have both Browns, bro. Every receiver on Washington's a free agent. What are we doing? KJ Osborne, bro, on Washington. I don't even think I knew he was on there. Let's go. Holy shit. Devon Vella. What are these Denver snaps looking like? What's happening? I don't know what that was. 50%. Troy Franklin. They probably add someone. Mims coming on towards the end of the year. I do think there's worse picks than these two in the last round in a 20-round draft. Booty's a good shout, but he's gone. Yeah, I wouldn't be overly surprised. Let's go see Watt. This is just touchdown equity. No, the dude can't stay healthy to save his life, but I wouldn't want to be off Seawat on the year that he somehow stays healthy. Just for the touchdown equity, even. Dude, that size. Green Bay was interesting, though. Like, really, none of the receivers really paid out their ADP. Maybe like Dobbs was kind of crap because Dobbs went right next to Myers, and Myers was a smash. Dobbs had a down year. Reed had a down year for his ADP. He was expensive. Watson obviously had a super down year, but he's that spike week guy. 29 catches, 620 yards. The touchdowns were down, but 20th round Seawatts where I start to question it. All right, little recap for the listeners. We ended up with Lamar and JJ McCarthy, Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard, Dylan Sampson, Nick Chubb, Ty Johnson, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Luther Burden, Myers, Bateman, Isaiah Bond, Christian Kirk, Quentin Johnson, Christian Watson. 3 tight ends, John Smith, Schultz, and Jasecki. Nothing too sexy there at tight end. But again, there's a team that went Bowers, McBride, Kelsey. So the room is going to be a little more starved than normal for tight ends. So I don't mind 3 late tight ends in this spot. Watson is injured. Dude, Watson's always injured. Like, he probably got injured just tying his shoe. Now, is he injured to the point where he's going to miss like a significant amount of time to start next season? That's what would start to worry me. But I don't mind the way we played this. I like this little pocket we did where we did double tap RB. We took a risk going Lamar here. I don't think you have to bring in Zay Flowers here. I don't necessarily think Zay Flowers is the best value in this range. We more so did it for the stack. And there's a little pocket of wide receivers: Addison, Adams, Tet, DK, Waddle. I like Waddle if Hill somehow gets moved. I like this little pocket of receivers. So that's the thing. Like, you want to get comfortable with ADPs, but also these pockets of players and what's the availability at your next pick. So looking ahead for your next pick number is big, especially when you're new into the draft rooms. Did he? No way. Really? Did he tear his ACL? Stop. He tore in the last game. Oh my God. There's no way. Dude, now I have to like look it up. Now I have to see the play. I don't remember that at all. Was that week 18 or was that a playoff game? No, they weren't. Disregard that. January 5th, 2025 against the Bears. Bro. BRO. Watson suffered the injury in the second quarter of the game while running a route without contact. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that probably would have gave it away if I looked. 15% of snaps. I don't remember that. Again, I wasn't really watching week 18. That's a good note. Good thing we don't need him because we have QJ. Sorry. That's tough. Watson needs to retire. Nah, dude, usually for him, it's a hammy. Usually for him, it's his calf. Is it the calf or the hammy? I took Watson last round too, but torn ACL in Jan. Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's like you're looking at like 7 months on a good day. He's off the board. He should be off the board in my opinion. This is why I got to get my ranks down and just dive a little deeper into these guys. I probably would have gone Elijah Moore in that spot instead. Trey Tucker, not terrible in this spot too. If you're just looking for a couple, maybe 1 or 2 spike weeks. I think if you hit 3, you're ecstatic. Slayton's a free agent, just a little past his prime. Washington's going to re-sign one of these guys. They're gonna re-sign one of these guys. Brown, Zacchaeus. You can't let them all go. It might be Crowder. Like, who knows? Probably not Crowder. He made a couple important catches though in the playoffs. You can't have a complete new offense. Noah Brown was a solid ad for them before he went down. But man, Daniels looks good. Just clutch. He has that clutch factor that not every QB has. But that was draft number 3 in the books. And the update should be coming to the overlay probably as soon as tonight. So make sure you're checking the website here. bestballoverlay.com. Promo code Pounders, all caps. And again, you're getting the overlay. You're also getting the portfolio optimizer, $30 a month. Best time to invest is now. Get ahead of just learning what your exposures are to these players on the screen. Let's check my 2 teams. We have to update the CSV. That'll be updated probably tomorrow as well. It's still the 2024. But I have Otten on 2 of my 3. Today was my first team without Otten. We'll see. I think am I the only one that's high on Cade Otten at his ADP? Oh, that's smart. Yeah. That's a problem for Watson too. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up tonight. Just one. Got to tend to the baby. 2 kiddos, man. Still adjusting, but we got to sneak away at least for a draft for you guys. So appreciate you guys coming out. If you guys enjoyed the stream, go down, slap a like on the way out. Hit the sub button if you guys are new to the stream, and I will catch you tomorrow. Pounders.